morning everyone. I welcome you all in science class students. Students, today we are going to learn about our Earth natural satellite, chapter number 13. So our Earth natural satellite, that is Moon. So here in this chapter we are going to read about the Moon and its satellites. Now what is a satellite? Satellite is a body that revolves around a planet, right? Satellite is a body that goes around a planet. So can I say that the Earth natural satellite is Moon? Yes, because it revolves around the Earth. So student, if I not only talk about the Earth, apart from the Earth, there are certain other planets which have their own moons, even more than one. For example, Mars, Jupiter, which have their own moons and the number are more than one. Right? And all these are natural satellite, right? But if I talk about only about the Earth, Earth has one natural satellite, but there are other satellites which also revolves around the Earth, and it is not made naturally, it is made by men. So can I say that satellites that which are made by men are called artificial satellite or man-made satellite? Yes. All these satellites which are made by men are called artificial satellite, right? So can I say satellites can be two types, man-made and natural satellite? Yes students, satellites can be categorized into two types, artificial satellite and man-made satellite. Why does the moon shine? Student, as you know that Moon doesn't have their own light, but it still shines in the night sky. Why does happen so? Because of the sun. So sun in the space, sun is the star which has so much amount of heat and light energy, and the moon which is closest to the sun too. So it reflects the light of the sun that falls on the surface of the moon. Look this figure carefully. This is the surface of the moon. Here in this picture, you can see the surface of the moon is not smooth. It is rough and uneven. Right? It has so many irregularities. It is dusty. It is barren. Why? Because there are many huge and steep mountains there on the surface of the moon. And there are hollow structures, and that hollow structures are called craters. Now what are craters? The hollow structure that found on the surface of the moon, that are called craters. How these craters are formed? These craters are formed because of meteoroids. When the meteoroids dash into the surface of the moon, they form the craters on the moon, and there are millions of craters. Next topic is phases of moon. So here you can see the different shapes of the moon, or if you notice in a month, every day you can see the different shape, right? The shape of the moon is not constant and it keeps on changing. Why it happens so? So first of all, these shapes of the moon which are visible from the earth are called phases. These phases depends upon the lighted part that can be seen by us at the time of the earth. So the part which receives the sunlight, that part is called the phases, the lighted part, right? And because of these lighted parts, we can see the different phases of the moon, right? Next one is there is no life on the earth, on the moon. As you know that the earth has atmosphere, 5 layers of atmosphere. Earth has water also. But if I talk about moon doesn't have water and air. It does not have atmosphere, right? There is no layer of atmosphere. Even the moon's gravity is 1/6 of the gravity of the earth. if the question is comes like the moon's gravity is dash of the gravity of the earth, what will you answer? 1/6. It says that, it conveys you that if any objects weigh 60 kg on the surface of the moon, the weight of that object on the surface of the moon is 10 kg, right? If the weight is 60 kg here on the surface on the earth, the weight of that similar object on the surface of the moon is 10 kg. Why? Because the moon's gravity is 1/6 of the gravity of the earth. As I told you earlier, there is no atmosphere. So that is why meteoroids hit on the surface of the moon, right? And there is no protection from the strong rays, means as you know that in the stratosphere ozone layer is there, ozone layer is present which protect the earth from the harmful UV rays, but there is no atmosphere on the surface of the moon, so that is why the strong rays comes on the surface of the moon, right? No atmosphere, no air, so no sound can be heard on the moon, right? That is why it is called a lonely and silent place. So student, I hope you have understood all the topic that we have discussed. That's it. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.